Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so glad that you took time out of your busy days to be here with us. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ramiro Alvarez. I'm the Communications and Outreach Coordinator here at Pendergast. And like I said before, so glad that you're here. Today, we have a special agenda prepared for you. We'll be providing some marketing and communication updates with you guys. And also, we'll have Ms. Betsy Musson, the coordinator at the Family Resource Center, provide some updates as well. So we're so glad to have Ms. Betsy here this morning, and we're so glad to get started. Muy buenos días a todos. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos el día de hoy. Gracias por tomar su tiempo y estar aquí con nosotros esta mañana. Es un privilegio tenerlos. Si no hemos tenido el privilegio de conocernos, mi nombre es Ramiro Alvarez. Yo soy el coordinador de comunicaciones aquí en el distrito Pendergast. Y es un placer saludarles y estar con ustedes esta mañana. Tenemos una agenda muy emocionante, muy especial esta mañana. Proporcionaremos actualizaciones sobre marketing y comunicaciones. Y también tendremos a la señorita Betsy Musson, la coordinadora del Centro de Recursos Familiares, con nosotros el día de hoy. Así que tendremos a ella proveyendo también actualizaciones de su departamento. En este momento le vamos a pedir a la doctora Cruz que nos acompañe y tiene unas palabras con nosotros, para nosotros. At this moment, I'd like to welcome Dr. Cruz, our Pendergast superintendent. She has a few words for us this morning.
Well, good morning and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us at our Lunch and Learn here this summer in June. I hope that you are having a great summer with your kiddos. We are busy getting ready for an exciting new school year. So again, I just want to welcome you all. I want to thank you so much for your belief in the Pendergast Elementary School District. We look forward to having some additional ongoing conversations about our strategic plan and getting your input in some different things as we start to actually turn our big ideas into things that help your students and your family and the community at large. Welcome, and I hope that you have a great day today.
Dice la doctora Cruz que muy buenos días a todos. Gracias por acompañarnos. Hemos estado muy ocupados últimamente, pero ha sido un buen tiempo. Así que es un placer saludarles el día de hoy y gracias una vez más por acompañarnos.
All right, and we have, I believe, the best governing board, frankly, in the country. I haven't met anybody that's better than our school board, and I'm so excited. It looks as though we have at least 3 members of our board here today. So I'm so excited to have this opportunity to connect you all with Mr. Jet White, our governing board president. And I believe that Ms. Sue Sarin is here, as well as Ms. Hilda Ortega Rosales. So I'm going to welcome our governing board members to welcome you today. So do we want to start with Mr. White?
Thank you, Dr. Cruz. Yeah, I'm taking Lunch and Learn very literally, so you'll have to excuse me if I have my camera off for a little bit. We're getting some snacks and some lunch. It is the middle of the day, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for having us, and it's always great to see our outreach and our community showing up for this and learning some things. And I know my family has used the Pendergast Resource Center, and Miss Betsy is near and dear to our family's heart. So thank you for all that you do.
Let me go ahead and translate that, Dr. Cruz. La doctora Cruz le da las gracias y la bienvenida a todos los miembros de la mesa directiva que nos acompañan el día de hoy y también a los que no han podido estar con nosotros esta mañana, pero ella menciona que realmente tenemos la mejor mesa directiva aquí en el distrito Pendergast. Y le damos la bienvenida al presidente White. Él es el presidente de la mesa directiva de aquí de Pendergast y él les da la bienvenida, les dice que es un gusto saludarles. En este momento dice que tiene la cámara apagada porque está comiendo, almorzando con su familia, así que, pero les saluda y es un placer estar con ustedes.
Thank you, and we also want to welcome Ms. Sue Sarin to greet everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz. Good morning, everyone. It's great to see everyone. You know, one of the advantages of Zoom that people that aren't, right here in the Phoenix area can attend. We just had Linda say, hey, I'm in Chicago and, I'm on Zoom. So Linda, thank you for joining us from Chicago. Technology is really great, but I want to thank parents, community, and staff for joining today. And I hope all of you are going to get a little time off and rest and relax and rejuvenate before the next school year. And I want to thank you for everything you do and for all the support you give us. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Dice la señorita Saren que muy buenos días. Ella es una de las miembros también de la mesa directiva de aquí de Pendergast. Es un placer saludarles, dice ella, y dice que también es un placer ver a los padres estar aquí involucrados. Mencionó que la señorita Linda, ella está desde Chicago acompañándonos, así que es un gusto poder tener este tipo de evento virtualmente también, al igual como lo hacemos en persona. Pero es un placer tener a los padres virtualmente también. Y es un placer saludarles a todos, dice la señorita Saren.
Thank you so much, Ms. Saren. And now we're excited to welcome Ms. Hilda Ortega Rosales to also welcome everyone to our event today.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz, and good morning to everybody. First of all, for those of you who do not know this, we not only are offering this event over Zoom so that individuals can join us remotely, just like I am today, but also it is recorded. And so we want to encourage all of you to share that great opportunity to be able to view this event at another time. I would ask Mr. Alvarez to maybe at the end of the meeting just provide a little bit of guidance around how that can be done. And obviously it is through Facebook, but for those of you who are not real new to that or not very knowledgeable of that, he can help you through that navigation with a little bit of guidance. Share it with your neighbors, share it with anyone that you know would be interested in the information that we share during these events. They are very informative, and we always try to obviously focus on the information that's critical for our parents, our children, our staff, but it's very important also for you to know that as a community, we need to connect with our business partners, our nonprofits and other organizations who may be interested in our Lunch and Learn for our parents. So thank you. And so for those of you who are having your children attend our summer programs, thank you very much for continuing to support us in engaging your students in additional learning opportunities and other activities that we have over the summer. We wish you the best summer and a restful one. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ortega Rosales. Would you like me to translate that, or would you like to say that in Spanish?
No, go ahead. Go ahead and translate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. La señorita Hilda Ortega Rosales es otra de las miembros de la mesa directiva y ella les dice que es un placer saludarles también esta mañana y estar con ustedes. Ella menciona que también es un gusto poder tener estos eventos virtualmente y explicó que si usted lo ve este evento en línea o en Facebook, puede compartirlo con otras familias. Es parte de la razón por la que hacemos este tipo de eventos virtualmente, y también lo grabamos y lo publicamos en Facebook. Así que si usted gusta compartirlo, por favor, hágalo. Hay diferentes formas de hacerlo. En Facebook puede simplemente poner el botón de compartir y es la forma más fácil. Siga los pasos ahí de Facebook si gusta hacerlo. Así que dice ella, un placer saludarles y esperamos que disfruten este evento. Ms. Ortega Rosales, thank you so much for pointing out the sharing option. It's so easy for everyone to do it. On Facebook, there's a button that says share on there. So just simply find the post that of the video that we recorded. Look for that post and just click share, and it'll walk you step by step on how to do that. So super, super simple. And it is very helpful for us when you share these events and these types of things. So thank you, Ms. Ortega Rosales, for reminding us of that. All right, Dr. Cruz, I think there's one more slide. Would you like to?
Would I like to humble brag about our amazing executive team? Absolutely. Yes. So, you might not know, but we have some folks who actually help run the school district. And so, I'm always proud that we've got the very best in the business on our cabinet. And you see some of these folks, and sometimes you don't necessarily get to meet them and know who they are. But we've got Patty Tussey, our Chief Human Resources Officer, Joanne Fiembrace, our Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Shellman Brown, our Chief Academic Officer, and she actually supervises all the functions at the schools directly. And then we've got Ray Pohlmeyer, Director of Interactive Design and Digital Learning. He's behind the scenes, but the stuff that you see that's forward facing is what he does. And then Carrie Pohlmeyer, our amazing assistant to our governing board, and also myself. She makes this magic happen and makes sure that everything is friendly and welcoming and all the details are covered. And then, of course, Mr. Alvarez, who's facilitating our conversation today. I just want to take a moment to make sure we shout out those incredible folks who really get the work done. Thanks, Ramiro.
And I promise it wasn't me that requested to put this slide in there. It was Dr. Cruz that requested it. So I do want to point that out. Dice la doctora Cruz que también quiere darle las gracias al equipo de gabinete aquí del distrito, el equipo de liderazgo, la señorita Patty Tussey, la señorita Joanne Fiembrace, la doctora Shellman Brown, el señor Ray Pohlmeyer, y su esposa Carrie Pohlmeyer, y al igual yo también su servidor Ramiro Alvarez. Ella le da las gracias al equipo de liderazgo por todo su esfuerzo y por todo su trabajo. And thank you so much, Dr. Cruz, for those kind words. And thank you so much to the members of the board as well for joining us, for always being here and supporting us in everything that we do. I do want to point out I'm recovering from a sinus infection, so my voice is a little raspy today, so bear with me. Esta mañana le queremos dar las gracias a la doctora Cruz por todo su apoyo, también a los miembros de la mesa directiva por siempre estar aquí presente, apoyándonos, y también quiero dejarles saber que me estoy recuperando de una infección de sinusitis, así que tengan paciencia conmigo en esta mañana. Today I have a marketing communications update with you all today. A couple of weeks ago, we had the privilege of presenting to our governing board, presenting updates about our department, and also presenting some of the plans that we have for the future. So today I want to share those plans with you as well, because you play a very, very special role in that as parents and as community. So later on, we'll also have some time for us to engage with you and to get your feedback on a lot of these different things. En este momento voy a proveer una presentación de marketing y comunicaciones. Hace un par de semanas mi colega Ray Pohlmeyer y yo tuvimos el privilegio de presentar algunos informes y planes que tenemos para el futuro, para el distrito y también para nuestro departamento de comunicaciones. Y en esta mañana nos gustaría compartir esa información con ustedes, porque realmente ustedes juegan un papel muy importante en todo esto. Todo lo que hacemos aquí en el distrito es para ustedes como padres, para ayudarlos a ustedes y para ayudar a nuestros estudiantes. Así que me gustaría empezar esta mañana compartiendo que hemos realizado algunos cambios en nuestro plan de marketing y comunicaciones. Y uno de ellos es nuestra visión, nuestra nueva visión del Departamento de Marketing y Comunicaciones es volver a involucrar, reclutar y retener. I'd like to start by sharing that we've made some changes to our marketing and communications plans. We've made just revamping it. And one of the areas that we focus on revamping is our mission. Our new marketing communications mission is to re-engage, recruit, and retain. We wanted to keep it super simple, easy to remember, but also something that's very effective. After plenty of analysis, plenty of assessing our practices, our current practices and our former practices, we identified these 3 areas of focus, which I mentioned are re-engaging the community as to Pendergast impact on growth and success, 2, recruiting new stakeholders, and lastly, retaining our stakeholders. And this goes for all of our stakeholders, which includes you as parents, our students, our families, our community partners, and many, many others. Después de mucha investigación y evaluación de nuestras prácticas aquí del distrito, decidimos enfocarnos en estas 3 áreas que, como mencionamos anteriormente, es volver a involucrar a la comunidad en cuanto al impacto de Pendergast y el crecimiento y el éxito, al igual a reclutar nuevos interesados y retener a nuestros interesados. Esto se aplica a todas nuestras partes interesadas, que incluyen a ustedes como padres, a nuestros estudiantes, a nuestros miembros del personal y también a socios comunitarios. One of the areas that we believe we've done a good job in is increasing awareness in partnerships. For the past years, we've prioritized this, and we feel like throughout the 2021-22 school year, we've done a good job with this. Una de las áreas que pensamos nosotros que hemos hecho un buen trabajo es aumentar el reconocimiento y las asociaciones del distrito. Durante varios años y también en el año 2021-2022 hemos aumentado el reconocimiento del distrito y creamos asociaciones con diferentes partes interesadas, y realmente creemos el trabajar junto con nuestros socios, con nuestros padres y socios comunitarios y otras partes interesadas, podemos lograr mucho y todo en el mejor interés de los estudiantes. We truly believe that by working together with our parents, with our stakeholders, and with our community members, we can do a lot, accomplish a lot, all in the best interest of our students. So another important area that we'll focus on this year is in our community outreach. We will continue to let the rest of our community know about all the great things that are taking place here at our schools, while also listening to your feedback, you as parents, you as a community member, listening to your feedback about how you perceive our district's programs and practices. We truly do value your input and want you to provide, we want to provide you the opportunities to engage and be involved in your children's education. Otra área importante en la que enfocaremos este próximo año escolar es nuestro alcance comunitario. Continuaremos informándoles a usted y al resto de la comunidad sobre todas las cosas maravillosas que están sucediendo aquí en el distrito Pendergast y en nuestras escuelas. Mientras tanto, también seguir escuchando sus comentarios sobre cómo usted percibe nuestras prácticas, nuestros programas aquí del distrito escolar. Realmente valoramos su opinión y queremos seguir brindándole oportunidades para que usted participe y se involucre con nosotros en la educación de sus hijos. We will continue to host these types of events, like our Parent Lunch and Learn. Seguiremos continuando este tipo de eventos como este almuerzo de aprendizaje para padres. But before I cover this section of it, I do want to point out that we've been doing a lot of community outreach. We've been doing a lot of promoting as well for the district. You might notice a lot of our commercials that are airing. We have 30-second commercials on Cox Media. We really want to highlight all the different things that we have going on at the district, and not just to promote our district, but really to enlarge it. We want to continue to grow, and we want other families to know that this is a great district. va a notar antes que comunique de los almuerzos de aprendizaje, quiero comunicar con ustedes que realmente hemos hecho muchas iniciativas este año. Quizá vaya a notar que tenemos comerciales en la televisión, comerciales en la radio, y estamos enfocándonos en informarle a los padres de todas las cosas grandes que tenemos aquí en el distrito. Realmente creemos que somos un distrito ideal, que tenemos varios programas importantes para los estudiantes y queremos que las familias sepan qué buen es nuestro distrito. Así que es un distrito ejemplar y queremos comunicarlo eso con las familias. So we will continue to do all this great work. And again, we want you to be involved in it. We don't want to just put out things on social media or produce commercials, things like that, without you in mind. We want to do it all in mind, with you in mind, and also with your children in mind, because really that's what our focus is, doing everything in the best interest of our students. So this leads me to my favorite part of this presentation. We believe that these events, the Parent Lunch and Learn events that we have currently taking place throughout the year, are great events. We believe that are very helpful for you as parents, but truly what matters is what you think. What matters is if you feel like these are helpful, and in a short moment, we want to hear from you as parents. We want to ask you like, what you think about these types of events and how we can improve. Esto nos lleva a mi parte favorita de esta presentación. Mencionamos que tenemos los almuerzos de aprendizaje que tenemos aquí en el distrito y realmente creemos nosotros que son buenos programas, buenas oportunidades para ustedes como padres, pero lo más importante es saber qué piensa usted sobre estos eventos. Si usted piensa que son buenos, que debemos continuarlos, y también queremos saber cómo podemos mejorar estos eventos para ustedes, los padres. So at this moment, I think what we're going to do, Dr. Cruz, is going to go ahead and break out into breakout sessions here. And we'll have you parents, you members of the district as well, just kind of chat with one another and discuss, how we can improve these lunch and learn events. We want to continue them. We want to continue to have them both English and Spanish. We believe they are great learning opportunities for our parents and great opportunities for them to continue to be involved in their children's education. But we believe that, like anything else that we do here in the district, there's room for improvement. Queremos, en este momento, vamos a pedirles que se vayan en grupos y discutan con sus grupos de cómo podemos continuar estos eventos de almuerzos de aprendizaje y mejorarlos. Nosotros creemos que son buenos eventos, buenas oportunidades para ustedes como padres para aprender y seguir involucrados en la educación de sus hijos, pero queremos saber cómo podemos mejorar. Siempre hay un área que podemos mejorar y queremos escuchar de ustedes para que nos digan en qué áreas podemos mejorar. So at your groups, if you could please discuss, what do you like about our Parent Lunch and Learns? What would you like us to change? And in what ways can we improve our Parent Lunch and Learns? Hable con sus colegas ahí del grupo y discuta con ellos estas preguntas. ¿Qué les gusta de nuestros almuerzos de aprendizaje para padres? ¿Qué les gustaría que cambiemos? ¿Y de qué manera podemos mejorar nuestros almuerzos de aprendizaje para padres? Así que, por favor, discutan eso con sus grupos y en este momento voy a pedirles que se vayan en grupos. Muchas gracias a todos por estas conversaciones. Tuve el privilegio de estar con algunos de los grupos y tuvimos muy buenas conversaciones, así que en este momento le vamos a pedir a algunos de los participantes que puedan proveer comentarios o algunas preguntas que surgieron en esas conversaciones. We're going to ask a couple of you guys, feel free to unmute. Let us know if you guys had any good questions, any good comments on how we can improve, or what they like about our lunch and learns, what's not working, any type of comment. So I'll start out with Ms. Lopez. She had a good suggestion. Ms. Lopez, if you can share the comment that you made and the request that you would like.
Yes, hello everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be in the Lunch and Learns. I've never been in a district where there was actually one for parents on a monthly basis, to be able to engage with board members that are actually in and attend the Lunch and Learns, and the superintendent. It's wonderful. So thank you for that. My suggestion is that I'd like to see somehow parents being able to give suggestions on future agenda items. So an opportunity, a time, I'm not sure how that happens, through a chat, at the end of the meeting, I don't know. But there's some questions I have and I don't know quite how to get them answered. So I'm suggesting that parents have some time in the meeting to ask questions for future agenda items. You don't have to answer them right there at that meeting, but maybe something in the future, because your presentations that you have when people come and present, the best ones are when it's in the moment, it's in the landscape, it's happening right now, like the pandemic, like Valley Health, when they talked about it, things that really matter right now at the moment, or is coming up in a month or two. Those are the best ones for me. But having the opportunity to ask, I know more about this? Can you give us more information about this? That would be my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lopez. Thank you for sharing that. Dice la señorita López que una de las recomendaciones que ella haría es si pudiéramos tener alguna forma de que los padres hagan preguntas. Dice ella que no necesariamente necesitan las respuestas en ese preciso momento, pero que haya una forma de que hagan preguntas y quizá en el futuro puedan responder esas preguntas. Pero es muy importante tener ese momento de hacer preguntas y recibir respuestas. Y nosotros reconocemos eso y realmente creemos que es una buena sugerencia. Thank you, Ms. Lopez, for sharing that. I agree with you. I think it's a great suggestion. I do like when we have the opportunity for parents to ask questions and for us to respond. So we'll definitely take that into consideration, and we really do appreciate that feedback. It really is very helpful for us to improve these events. So thank you so much for sharing that. And Ms. Fimbres, a little birdie told me that you were the representative of your group. So would you mind sharing a couple of the comments or so you guys have?
I kind of did that to her, and I got this, Joanne. I think I got this. Let me refresh my memory here. Our group was a collaboration between, district office, parents, staff members. So it was really a good opportunity to take some notes here. Maybe previewing an agenda was a suggestion. Being able to see what is coming up in the next parent meeting. That is something that was suggested to be beneficial. And allowing more time for parents to be able to voice some concerns or share their experiences and feedback. They felt that time that they had was a little bit rushed, and there were so many parents that wanted to share some exciting things, or they just didn't feel like they had the time to do that. And also maybe offering from the PFRC to have some classes during some of these workshop sessions.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah. Thanks so much for sharing. Dice la señorita Kelsey que ellos tenían un grupo que involucraba a padres, miembros del personal aquí del distrito, así que diferentes representantes. Y en el grupo de ella mencionaron que ellos les gustaría ver un previo de la agenda que tenemos para el evento, si lo pueden tener ellos algunos días antes del evento para saber qué esperar de ese evento. También mencionaron ellos que les gustaría tener un poco más de tiempo para hacer comentarios, para hacer preguntas y estar en ese día del evento. Al igual también dice la señorita Kelsey que les gustaría a ellos ver un poco más de involucración del Centro de Recursos Familiares y quizás algunas de las clases que ellos ofrecen que la puedan hacer en estos eventos también. So thank you so much, Ms. Kelsey, for sharing that. Seriously, that was great. Those were great suggestions, and I think we could definitely do a lot of those. And that's very, very helpful for us. So thank you for that. Muchas gracias a la señorita Kelsey por todos estos comentarios. Realmente nos ayudan a planear mejor estos eventos y a mejorarlos para el futuro. So we'll take one more person to share out. If there's anyone out there that would like to.
Ramiro, I'll share from group 2. We talked about possibly doing lunch and learns from a school site. Logistically from a principal point of view, having a lunch and learn during the actual school lunch of while you're feeding your students. We said possibility of utilizing the gyms because they're the entrance can be on the side, not necessarily disrupt the whole campus, and this will give schools the opportunity to highlight the schools and things that are going on, and possibly having more parents from from the community as well too. We also mentioned possibly doing a promotional video, just a little 30-second piece that highlights what the Lunch and Learn's about, and possibly advertising future topics as well too that are going to go on would allow us to for us to advertise it as well too. So
that's very good. Thank you so much, Mr. Gonzalez. We really do appreciate that. Dice el principal González que el grupo de ellos sugirió quizás tener este tipo de eventos en las escuelas. Les gustaría a ellos tenerlos en los horarios de almuerzo con los estudiantes, quizás en el gimnasio de las escuelas. Así que esto permite a las escuelas estar un poco más involucrados y invitar específicamente a todos los padres de esa escuela o de esa comunidad a este evento. Así que es muy buena idea de su parte. También mencionó él de quizás tener un video de promoción, ya sea unos 15, 30 segundos, para promocionar estos eventos y que ellos como principales o como escuela también promocionarlos a las comunidades y a los padres. Así que también otra muy buena idea. Mr. Gonzalez, that's great feedback. We really do. Also very, very doable. And we appreciate seriously all the feedback that you provide that's doable and very, very attainable. That again, it helps us improve these events. It really does help us improve them and make them better for all of you. But we really do appreciate that all of the comments, all the suggestions that you've made are things that we can practically include moving forward. So I don't think there's one of these comments that I don't like or that I don't think we can do. So I do believe that all of these suggestions, we can start that, moving forward, especially right at the beginning of the school year. So we're excited that we got to hear from you. So thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for your time. Muchas gracias al principal González y gracias a todos los que proveyeron comentarios. Realmente todos los comentarios o sugerencias que proveyeron el día de hoy son muy, nos ayudan bastante y realmente todas son cosas que podemos hacer empezando en agosto, el primer almuerzo de aprendizaje. Así que muchas gracias a todos. Thank you so much, Mr. Gonzalez, Ms. Lopez, and Ms. Kelsey, and really everyone that participated in all these conversations. We appreciate that. At this moment, we have the Family Resource Center, Ms. Betsy Musson, present some information and updates about her department. I know she's been super involved with us here in the Lunch and Learns, and I love the fact that you mentioned, Mr. Gonzalez, to include them a lot more, or I think it was Ms. Kelsey, to include them in our future events. And that's definitely something that Ms. Musson and I have been talking about. So we love that you mentioned that. También queremos en este momento pedirle a la señorita Betsy Musson, la coordinadora del Centro de Recursos Familiares de Pendergast, que provea unos informes el día de hoy. Nos encanta que sugirieron que quieren oír más del Departamento de Recursos Familiares y ya hemos discutido la señorita Musson y yo de tenerlos un poco más activos en estos eventos, así que esperen verlos a ellos mucho más en estos eventos. So, Ms. Betsy, the floor is yours. So, would you like me to share the screen or do you want to share your screen?
Sorry about that. If you don't mind sharing your screen, Ramiro, that would be wonderful. Thank you. And I'll just let you know when to advance.
Perfect.
Greetings, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here. We always like to provide updates on the Pendergast Family Resource Center. We are so busy this summer, and it's exciting to be back to pre-pandemic levels of seeing families out and experiencing classes and participating so that their children have activities to do that are helping to prepare them for kindergarten. It is never too early to start preparing for kindergarten, and that's what we are all about. All of our classes are developmentally appropriate, and we have different types and different levels of classes that I will talk about a little bit today. But let's start with kind of an update on our hours and our days that we're open. Summer hours are a little bit different than during the school year. We are open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. I did list our July closure dates. We are going to be on vacation July 4th through the 8th, so the center will be closed. In the summer, we're only open at the main center, which I've shown here. That is housed at the Pendergast Community Center. And then that little QR code over there on the right-hand side is a link to our webpage. So I'll show that again later on the slides, but that is one way you can hover your cell phone camera over that and link directly to our webpage. Like I said, I'll show that again in just a bit. We can advance. Ramiro, thank you. Next slide.
Betsy, que es un placer saludarlos y estar con ustedes el día de hoy. Ellos tienen bastantes programas disponibles para las familias, específicamente para los estudiantes ahorita en el verano, estudiantes que van a entrar al kinder. Así que tomen ventaja de estos eventos, de estos programas que ellos tienen disponibles. Los horarios ahorita en el verano son de 7 a.m. a 4 p.m. de lunes a jueves y empezando en julio, ellos van a estar cerrados del 4 a 8 de julio. Así que esos son los horarios. Ahorita en el verano, el sitio primario que tienen ellos es solamente en el centro comunitario de Pendergast que ven ahí en la pantalla y pueden usar este QR code para poder recibir un poco más de información.
Thank you, Ramiro. So I wanted to start off with new happenings at the Pendergast Family Resource Center. We've been doing a lot of things with bringing families with very young children, babies, infants, up through toddlers into our programs that are classes that are really supportive for parents and also for young children. So the newest class we have is called Baby and Me Time. And this is for infants from birth to 12 months and their caregivers. Parents have an opportunity or caregivers have an opportunity to earn incentives for attending every 5 classes. And we just have received a lot of positive feedback on this. And it once again, giving parents ideas of how to build literacy from the very beginning stages and how to support families and young children with developmentally appropriate expectations and how to know when there are concerns, monitoring milestones and many other topics that we talk about in a casual atmosphere, as you can see in the bottom picture on the left. And they also have times where they can share with each other too. They voiced that was something that they would really like built into the class so that they have some time to learn from others as well that have children close to their age of their own children. So thank you, Ramiro. You can go next to translate.
Dice la señorita Betsy que hay muchas oportunidades nuevas ocurriendo en el Centro de Recursos Familiares de Pendergast. Un programa nuevo que tienen ellos es un programa que se llama Baby and Me, que es traducido al bebé y yo. Este es un programa para recién nacidos, para niños de recién nacidos hasta 12 meses, donde pueden venir los padres o los guardianes con sus niños y podemos darles clases de cómo poderlos prepararlos para el futuro, darles clases de cómo prepararlos académicamente, a enseñarlos a decir palabras, eventualmente a leer. Así que es un programa nuevo y es un programa muy, muy bueno que se ha recibido muy bien de parte de los padres. Así que si tienen preguntas pueden llamar a este número en la pantalla y déjenos saber en qué le podemos ayudar o si quieren inscribirse.
Thank you. Another thing that we just rolled out recently, and we know families are stressed. We know families have challenges right now with the economy. We all do. And so fortunately, we have new partnerships in place with community businesses, and we are able to provide infant care basic needs items free of cost to families. So you can see an example of the flyer that we have available. Families can scan the QR code. It takes them directly to a Google form where they can request items for free. We gather the things together. We provide some information of other opportunities available to them to support them, and they can come and schedule a time to pick up. This is really helpful for us too, because families come into the Family Resource Center and we are able to talk with them, share about our programs, and find out more about what their family needs are. So this has been a wonderful, wonderful resource for us and for families in the communities. There are no requirements for this as far as being having any type of documentation. This is available to any family that needs or would like the service.
La señorita Musson menciona que un programa nuevo que tienen ellos es el que ven ahí en la pantalla, que se llama Necesita Artículos para el Cuidado del Bebé. Este es un programa que ellos ofrecen y gracias a los socios que tenemos aquí en el distrito podemos proveer este tipo de servicio. Ellos nos ayudan a tener este tipo de programa donde podemos proveer asistencia a los padres. En el Centro de Recursos Familiares tenemos diferentes tipos de asistencia para los padres y este es uno de ellos. Si usted o alguien que conozca necesita cuidado para su bebé, si tiene alguna cita que ir o algo que tiene que atender, nosotros podemos proporcionar esta asistencia. Es un programa muy eficiente, un programa muy bueno para los padres, así que llame al número que ve en pantalla o al código QR que ve ahí en pantalla también para recibir más información. Entonces, los animamos a que aprovechen y usen estos recursos que proveemos a las familias.
One thing I might mention with that too is those of you who don't have infants in your home, you may not know, but there is a terrible formula crisis happening right now where families are unable to secure formula for their babies. They are traveling all over trying to locate formula. And we do have formula available through our partnerships. So that is one item that we offer through this service. And there are pictures of everything available so families can see what we have. And it's also constantly changing and evolving. So the only requirement we have is that families initially, if they can request items one time a month. There's no limit to the number of items, but one time a month to start, just so that we can try to service and provide for as many families as possible.
Menciona la señorita Musson también que no hay requisitos para estos programas. Si este programa se ofrece a todos, no importa el estatus legal aquí en el país, no importa cualquier otra cosa que a veces es obstáculo en otras áreas, para nosotros no es un obstáculo. Este programa es para todos los padres que necesitan la ayuda. Así que si usted necesita la ayuda, llámenos, no duden en llamarnos. También menciona ella que tenemos asistencia también, como usted sabe, ahorita en este momento para los padres que tienen bebés recién nacidos, es un poco difícil conseguir fórmula o leche para los bebés. Nosotros podemos ayudar con eso. Tenemos, gracias a la ayuda de nuestros socios, tenemos muchos diferentes tipos de fórmula que podemos proveer para sus bebés. Igual, no hay requisitos para estos programas. Si necesita usted la asistencia, llámenos, nosotros podemos ayudar. La única cosa es que lo vamos a limitar para una vez al mes, nomás para el inicio, para poder asegurarnos que tenemos suficiente para ayudar a otras familias. Pero no hay límite. Llámenos, déjenos saber cuánto necesita, nosotros le podemos ayudar.
And I know we're getting close, we're at the end of our time for the luncheon, so I'll quickly just go through the next couple of slides. We have toddler time coming. We know that our families with infants, we need a place to go after their infant reaches 12 months old. So we're extending our baby time and moving into toddler time also, and we will be offering that starting in August.
Tenemos el programa de Toddler Time, que también va a empezar muy pronto, es para los niños de 1 a 2 años. Así que esto empieza en agosto. Aproveche estos servicios, son muy importantes y muy suaves para los niños.
Next slide, please. And these are just some pictures of some of the classes that we have available. I will not read it to you. You can see we do have some special new ones, though. The Idea Museum comes to us from Mesa. They have a wonderful class that is literacy based and also brings in the elements of art and physical movement. And then we do a lot of sensory classes as well. So we're finding that young children who have not had a lot of exposure during the pandemic, that they need opportunities to do hands-on sensory type activities. So we're offering a lot of classes that offer that. And then we also have musical story time with Mr. Paul. He is becoming a favorite with our families. And he plays all types of instruments and weaves it in through literacy.
Aquí puede ver muchas fotos de los programas que ofrecemos. Tenemos el Museo de Idea, que viene seguido a nuestros edificios para ayudarles, para enseñarles a los estudiantes. Tenemos el Centro de Ciencias de Arizona, que también ofrece clases para los niños preescolares y los niños disfrutan mucho esto. Tienen ellos tiempo de poder jugar con juguetes o plastilina y al igual también el tiempo de historia musical con el señor Paul. A los niños les encanta, él viene, les toca canciones, les canta, así que a ellos les encanta estas actividades.
And you can see here additional sensory classes. And we also have a physical movement class because we know the importance of keeping active. And in Arizona, that's kind of hard to do in the summertime. So we bring it inside. We're very fortunate to have large rooms here at the PCC. And so we do an obstacle course for children where they're practicing developmentally appropriate physical movement skills and having fun while they do it. And finally, the zoo, Phoenix Zoo. They actually bring animals here. We know how important it is for children to have experiences with all different types of things. And so they bring animals, they educate about the animals, and children have opportunities to do a little petting along the way.
Aquí tenemos algunos otros programas que proveemos en nuestro Centro de Recursos Familiares. El Zoológico de Phoenix viene y trae los animales, los niños pueden tocarlos, pueden convivir con los animales, así que es un tiempo muy emocionante para ellos. También tenemos programas de sensoría para los niños que están apenas aprendiendo a cómo abrir cosas, cerrar cosas, así que ellos pueden jugar con la tierra y participar en diferentes eventos así. Así que aprovechen una vez más de estos programas que proveemos aquí en el Centro de Recursos Familiares.
Just a quick example of our activity calendars. You can find this through our webpage. You can go directly to our activity calendar and register for classes through the calendar links that are available.
Aquí tiene el calendario, un ejemplo del calendario que tenemos que pueden ver. Tienen muchas actividades, muchas fechas disponibles que pueden participar en clases o diferentes programas que tenemos disponibles aquí en nuestro Centro de Recursos Familiares.
And last but not least, we also provide resources to families, referrals to community resources. This is once again our QR code for our webpage. You can directly request confidential referrals to resources, and we are fluent in English and Spanish.
Y ya para concluir, tenemos muchos más recursos para la comunidad, no solamente para las familias, pero para la comunidad. Si ustedes necesitan ayuda en cualquier forma, nosotros siempre tenemos gente que puedan ayudarlos y siempre tenemos esta puerta abierta para poderlos ayudarles. Tenemos empleados que hablan inglés y español, así que siempre tenemos esa asistencia disponible para ustedes. Thank you so much, Ms. Betsy. Truly, truly appreciate you being here, sharing those updates and resources with us. It's a great pleasure to have you. Muchas gracias a la señorita Betsy Musson por estar presente el día de hoy. Gracias por esos informes y realmente apreciamos toda la información que ella nos provee siempre. Así que gracias a ella. At this moment, before we conclude, I want to thank you all so much for coming. We truly do appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming out and joining us. We encourage you to stay connected with us via social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and also on our website. Pretty soon we'll be launching our new website, so we're so excited to share that with you. So July 11th is our launch date, and we hope you like it. También ya para concluir, les animamos que se mantengan conectados con nosotros vía las redes sociales. También en nuestro sitio web, muy pronto, el 11 de julio, vamos a tener un sitio web nuevo aquí en el distrito, así que estamos emocionados de comunicar esto y poderles compartir ese sitio nuevo con ustedes. So I want to remind you that our next Parent Lunch and Learn will be in August. So we hope you enjoy the summer break, continue to have fun with your kids, continue to enjoy the summer break. And we'll see you August 18th in person at the Pendergast Learning Center. En este momento vamos a concluir, pero antes de concluir queremos recordarles que el 18 de agosto será nuestro próximo almuerzo de aprendizaje en persona en el Centro de Aprendizaje de Pendergast. Así que siga disfrutando su verano y nos vemos el 18 de agosto. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Continue to enjoy your summer break. Thank you so much again for joining us. Hope you have a great day.